YouTube, what is good? It's your boy B Bullet RC back with yet another video, and the weather is finally getting warmer, so y'all know what that means. It's time to get into my top 10 spring and summer sneakers for this year. Now with these list videos, I already know how it goes. I'ma miss your favorite shoe. Please leave it down below in the comments if I miss it. And for this list right here, I'm gonna try to make sure there's something for everybody, okay? So that means prices ranging from right around 100, a little bit less than 100 and up. Now, if y'all wanted me to go ahead and do a top 5 or a top 10, another video where I do 100 and under, listen, let's try a like goal in 2023. Let's hit 3K likes on this video. That should be easy. But I also want to let y'all know, I know the title says top 10, but I like to cheat on these lists, so it's gonna be more than 10. It's probably like 15 plus shoes on this list. Don't worry, I got you. And I'll link everything I can down below, so if there's a specific shoe you like, check the number, a link will be there. All right, let's get into this list.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
First up at number 10, okay? Hopefully that's the right way. I don't know, one of these ways will work. I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the way right now. We have the Air Jordan 1. The good thing about the Jordan 1 right now is that there are so many colorways. The wash black, you have the true blues, the lucky greens, the taxis, the Spider-Mans, and if you want to spend some more bread, you can cop something like the Lost and Founds, but it still is that tried and true Jordan 1, and there's just so many different colorways that have been releasing, so different pricing. You can get these joints for under $200 depending on what size you wear. I mean, these are the Spider-Man joints right here. Some people weren't the biggest fans of those, so I just wanted to have a couple different options for y'all to pick from. And these shoes right here, you're gonna get to wear these all year round. Of course, I'm gonna pull this pair out. So this is a good one because you got a lot of good choices in colorways. Depending on how much you want to spend, you can go high or low. And there's something kind of for everybody with this shoe. So for number 10, the tried and true Air Jordan 1 High. At number 9, it feels good to say it, we have a Saucony on this year's list, and we have the J-Tips Grid Azure, whatever. These joints right here. Now this is a very, very loud sneaker, but the combination of materials, a model that's a little bit more unknown, a little bit more low key, but coming together so nicely with this shoe. It might not be for everybody, and I do want this shoe, but depending on what size you wear, you might have to pay the price. For me right now, it's probably gonna cost me around $360 before the fees for this shoe, but if you wear something below that, it's gonna be a lot better price. These joints right here is just, it's crazy. They go crazy, and that's why they're on the list.
Man, these niggas out here, I swear they talk a lot. Drive by on a rack, you a walking cop.
Now, if you make a top 10 summer sneakers video and you don't have this shoe on it, it's questionable. It's questionable. So at number 8, I have this one. Now, this might be a double up. For that top 10 under 100, there's so many different colorways. I picked a more expensive, more exclusive joint. Quality is definitely better on this one. Just a more special version of the tried and true all white Air Force One, Uptowns, DCs, whatever you want to call them. This one right here is the Drake, the CLB joints with the book and everything, the Love You Forever joints. So I do have this pair. In my opinion, I didn't even mention it before, but yeah, for the ones, you go true to size. For the J-Tip Sauconys, usually go true to size as well. For these, I would also go true to size. I usually wear a size 12. I had an 11.5 for the review, and the 11.5 was tight on the toe. Now, you could always get a regular pair of white Forces, and those definitely work too. I just wanted to recommend something a little bit more special, a little bit more unique like this collab. And like I said, there will probably be more Forces to list in that top 10 under 100 because they dropped the color of the month. There's so many good Forces out right now that are on sale. Again, make sure you drop a like on this vid. We gotta please the algorithm, guys, and hit that 3K for that top 10 under 100. But that's number 8, the Drake joints, the Nocta joints, Love You Forever, Air Force One.
Double park, new Lambo with no pocket spot. Come out that scar, so use my heart a lot.
At number 7, we got a new but old sneaker at the same time, but it is a newer silhouette that's been reintroduced, and it is in this box right here, and that is the Nike Air Ship. This is another shoe that you can actually catch on sale. As far as the fit on these, I would go true to size. I went ahead and tried these joints on, and they do fit true. They actually fit a little bit snug in the beginning, but the quality of leather, at least on this white and orange one, seemed like it's gonna break in really nice. And this is a good alternative to a Jordan 1. If you don't want to buy a Jordan 1, you could cop the Jordan 1 before the Jordan 1, which is the Air Ship. Comes in multiple colorways. Colorways can range from low to high. I mean, I love the every game joints. I don't have those yet, but the every game ones would be another one I would definitely recommend to you. You also got the white and tech gray joints, white and orange, white and I think green as well, the pine green joints. You just got options. And the retail on these is about 150 or 160. And you know, it's like the Jordan 1, it's same, but different. And I definitely think this shoe is worthy of having one of the better or best sneakers of this year for summer, for sure.
Bend it over, little baby, just arch a lot. Yeah, she caramel, but I call that bitch butterscotch.
For number 6, this is gonna be one that I cheat on. It's actually 2 different shoes. There's a main one on the bottom, which is like the newer one, and then we have the tried and true New Balance 2002R. I'm gonna start off with this one. This color right here, if you don't have it, go buy it right now. This is the protection pack in the Rain Cloud colorway. I paid a lot of money for this shoe and then they restocked them, so the prices come way down, which is a good thing. And it makes it a lot easier for y'all to grab a pair, especially if you wear a smaller size. Some of them are going for under 200. It's a steal. Here's another example of the protection pack joints. This one is all over orange. So I'll go ahead and toss in the 2002R protection packs or any colorway that you really like, and I would go true to size in that shoe. Now the main course for number 6 is this one right here, which is I think the successor right now as far as how popular they go, like the trendy new shoes or whatever, is the New Balance 1906. Now this is the This Is Never That collab. This shoe right here is a lot more sporty looking with the mesh and the synthetic uppers, but they have so many more colorways and versions of the 1906. The protection pack joints have dropped. Mesh, suede, wherever the case may be, listen, there's a 1906 for you. And I would definitely say for the 1906, you want to go true to size. They might feel a little bit snug in the beginning, but after you wear them, they're gonna wear in pretty nice. These joints right here are the truth. Trust me. Get into the top 5, okay? Dylon, and well, Travis Scott. We have these joints right here. And I'm including these because when I used to do lists, people be like, oh, no one's buying those, no one's copying those. Why didn't you put in X, Y, Z? And it was like wave runners and super expensive shoes. So since y'all big ballers out there want to spend some bread, here you go. Here's another good spring and summer shoe. And we know what these are, the Travis Scott, the olive joints. Now, the price compared to some of the other Travises isn't as high. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the Phantom Blacks, I don't have that shoe. I will probably get that shoe eventually. I would also recommend the Phantom Black lows. Now, if you don't want to spend all that bread on a low top Travis joint, of course, it's still a Jordan 1 low, so you got the black toes also on the way. I know the white and University Red joints, the gray and whites. I mean, there's multiple different colorways of the OG Air Jordan 1 low. Now, I know the price might give you goosebumps every time. I can't even do it, bro. I can't even finish that sentence. And even though this is definitely one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive shoe on this list, I couldn't not include it because it is one of the best shoes of this year, and it being a low top Jordan 1, that's, I mean, textbook perfect spring summer shoe. So the Travis Scotts, yes, they made it on this year's list at number 5.
I'm the only one that fucked on that bitch, but I made that hoe just come and just act the block.
At number 4, this shoe is so good that I still need to include it this year, even though it dropped last year. And it comes in this box right here, a New Balance made box. Some people might recognize this box, and this is the JFG, the Joe Fresh Goods 993. And you got 3 colorways to choose from: the pink, the blue, or the green. If you want to talk about a New Balance that seems simple, but on feet, these joints really be hitting. These joints really be hitting. Now, as far as sizing, I would actually go half a size down in a New Balance 993. When I copped these shoes, I thought they might be tight, but I wore these on the cruise, wore them all day, running around in the sand, the beach, dune buggy cars, all that, all day, and I was good. Now it's up to you to decide which colorway you actually like the best. I mean, the pink go crazy, the blue are nice as well, and I mean, they all good. Depending on your size is gonna really determine your price and the colorway. But trust me, get a pair of these joints. You will not be disappointed at all. I had a homie actually asking me, he wanted to get some New Balances, he wanted some color, and I found him the blue pair. He told me he put them joints on, half size down was perfect, and he's been loving them. He's been wearing them joints. So I can definitely recommend these on good faith. Listen, the JFG, listen, I had to bring it back from last year. It's that good.
Yeah, I put up in my car, bitch, I festival. We got shooters that's gonna pull up in extra black.
Now we of course do have some honorable mentions, and I had to put some of this stuff up here because I know if I don't, somebody's gonna say, yo, how could he leave blase blah if it's a spring summer sneaker video or spring summer shoe video? So of course we got slides. Okay, these are sample industry slides. We got Crocs, okay, the Salehi Benbury joints. You only, you know, these are the Crocs to wear. You got the Salehi slides. You of course have the Yeezy Foam Runner. I mean, I can't really forget these. Somebody would definitely yell at me in the comments if I did. And you also have the Yeezy Slide. A lot more people wearing different type of mule sneakers as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the whole mule thing, taking the whole ass off the shoe and then blam sliding your foot in all the time. I'm just not, I haven't caught on to the mule wave yet. You also could do the Solomon XT6 or the XT4. I actually went to go buy a pair of these for myself today, and they didn't have my size. My homies at Commonwealth, they had some smaller sizes, but they didn't have my size. Probably can just order these joints online. And I have heard that you should go a half size up in Solomon's. It's a good functional shoe, and it's just a little bit different. You know, a lot of people looking to branch out and cop something different, so you could definitely try those out. I also had the Jaritos SB. They could have really made it up here on the top list. I don't have them personally, so they didn't make it. So the Jaritos definitely could be here too, as well as the Orange Lobsters could be up here. It's a great summer shoe. It's just more expensive, so I didn't really include it. And I've also seen some people starting to pick up on the Asics Gel Kayano 14. Of course, after the Jound collab, it kind of got some popularity. But other than the Jound colorway and colorways that look like the Jound shoe, they really haven't been impressing me. So that's what I can say. Those are honorable mentions, and like I said, I'm just gonna run through those real quick. If I can find anything good for you, again, I'll link it down below. At number 3, we have the next shoe that will be burnt out by Nike for sure. I've already seen some colorways on sale, but it is still a good shoe, and that is this joint right here. It is the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. This colorway right here is the worn blue, but I think the better colorway is definitely the yellow ochre. I went ahead and ordered some yellow ochres today. They were still sitting on Nike sneakers, and they had my perfect size 12.5. If you are going for the Zoom Vomero, I would recommend going a half size up in my opinion. And that's if you got a wider foot, because the shoe to me definitely does run narrow. If you got a more narrow foot, then you probably can go true to size for sure. Now this is a 13, and I tried these on and they were just a little bit too big, which is why that size 12.5 is going to be perfect. I said it once, I'll say it again, and I'm probably gonna have to say it more times. This is the Nike New Balance. For those that don't want to wear New Balances, that are just so against NBs or anything else, they only really rock Nike. If you want something that's comfortable, comparable to a New Balance like the 1906 or any kind of retro runner vibe, I mean, boom, you got the Vomero. So while this shoe might not have as good materials as a New Balance, it definitely has the look, it has the comfort, not the worst price, and well, it has a swoosh, because for some people, that's what they want. They want that swoosh. This was another shoe I had to include, so there you go, the Zoom Vomero. That's at number 3. Easily accessible, not too expensive, and a comfortable shoe.
Making money like a nigga don't need to drop. When I open Illuminati like Fetty.
At number 2, this next shoe, it might surprise you, okay? We got 2 pairs. Again, I'm cheating on this number, and you are going to know exactly what we're getting into. We have the now most popular Jordan model right now, in my opinion, the Jordan 4. Now, I had these as well. I included these. This isn't like my main number 2, but I still think it's a good summer shoe, and that is the Thunder Air Jordan 4, the shoe that everyone said they weren't gonna cop, and then these joints flew. So for sure, Thunder Jordan 4 is a good summer sneaker, but the main course for number 2, and this one is definitely an expensive shoe. They're just so good. Like I can't not include the shoe. There's no way. We have these joints right here, which just seem to be climbing up in price right now, and that is the Jordan 4 Pine Green, the SBs. And I'm gonna tell you right now, yes, they are that good, okay? I wasn't downplaying them, but I was not on the, oh yeah, they'll be top 3, top 2 of the year. So far from what I've seen, listen, these might be up there. I feel like y'all have heard and seen this shoe so much by this point, I don't really need to explain it. If you got some extra chips to spin off the hip, listen, not a bad shoe, like at all.
Give me that shovel. It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was #1.
Now at number 1, I feel like this might be somewhat of an upset, but when you take into account how much this shoe costs versus that SB4, the history behind it, and just also the execution is amazing on this shoe. These right here have to be my #1 spring and summer sneaker. I finally und'd this pair the other day, and that is the Reimagined Air Jordan 3. Now you could also go for something like the Fire Red 3s, but I think this is definitely the one you want to spend your money on. There's also a lot of pairs of these, so the price isn't insane right now. Now who knows where it's going to go in the future, but right now it isn't insane to actually get this shoe. I think it checks all the boxes. It's a classic colorway, easy to wear, easy to clean as well because it's all over leather. I mean, it just checks a lot of boxes, and for me, that's why it has to be Slide Bars #1. Now this is what I need y'all to do. Listen, feel free to tell me what's your top 3 shoes for spring and summer of this year. Is there anything that I missed? Please include it down below. And remember, drop a like on this vid. I definitely want to do that top 10 or top 5 under 100. And there's some shoes I left out of this video because I'm assuming that we'll get to that like goal. But we'll see. Again though, make sure you drop a like on this vid, finesse the bell, and sub up if you haven't already. What are you doing? Y'all let me know, how did I do on my list? I already know it's gonna be a lot of people that disagree, but that's every year, that's every list. And that's fine. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Much love, peace.
Microwave help me drive the ready rock. Throwing money, beat the pockets, got heavy now. Hitting guava, they don't know when the Fetty stop. Every day my birthday, water confetti stop. She look good, but she wear Fashion Nova. Took a shop and put her right in some Vomero. Got a bitch, yeah, she live in New York, but I took her right down right in LA.